when you think of a pimp, you think of a dude with the slick back hair and the lollipop and everything, the long fingernails, the smooth talk game. She is nowhere near that. Okay, she debunks that stereotype all the way. Pimp, directed by Christine Krokos, if I'm saying that name right, and starring Keke Palmer as the main protagonist. Wednesday, this film dropped in, I think, mid-2018. So I heard about it. I saw the trailers on it, and after I saw the trailer, I thought nothing more of it. I thought it did look interesting. I did want to see it, but I didn't hear anything more about it. I didn't hear any reviews on it or no advertisement on it. It really wasn't marketed, so it just kind of fell off the radar for me. And then a friend of mine hit me up recently and was like, you need to watch this movie. It's good. Keke Palmer did a great job. Then my cousin hit me up not too long after that and said, look, you need to watch this movie. It's pretty good. So I said, okay, I'm going to check out Pimp. The first line in the film is, I seen my first, you know what, fuck it, Donald Trump said the word, I don't care. I seen my first pussy when I was 10 years old. And I said, okay, what's this about? I said, okay, what's up? So the movie starts out with Keke Palmer's character as a little kid. She grew up in a whorehouse. Okay, her father was the main pimp. Her mother was used to work for the father, but then when she got pregnant with her, Pops took her off the street, became his main lady, didn't want nobody else to touch her, so she became his queen bee, and he was the HNIC. Now, the father of this movie was played none other than the dog himself, my personal favorite rapper of all time, DMX. I could never say his name without doing that, I'm sorry. DMX has a brief but real effective role in this movie, and when you watch it, as short-lived as his role is, you forget when you remember how good of an actor he was, man. Like DMX, I mean, he's no thespian. I mean, he's pretty much being himself, but DMX just oozes of charisma where when he's on the screen, he just knows how to command the camera. You know what I mean? He just has that presence, that it factor, and I wish we could have saw more of him on film because I do like DMX as an actor. He shows her the game, shows her how to hustle, how to be a pimp and all that, and then she grows up and becomes just that. Now, Keke Palmer, I will say, is very convincing as, God, I don't want to offend nobody here. Keke Palmer is convincing as a lesbian, okay? She does play a gay woman in this film. She's very convincing at that. She is not convincing as a pimp. Not one time in the film did I buy her as a pimp, and that's what kind of took me out of the movie as well. I don't want to say her performance is bad, but I think at times she tried a little too hard. She was trying too hard to be hard, and it came off sometimes as laughable and sometimes cringeworthy. But she does have some moments where she does shine. She has some really dramatic moments. Like my favorite scene is there's a scene with her and her mother. Her and her mother having a strange relationship, and her and her mother have a scene together which is so emotional and powerful, and to me that was the highlight of the film. It comes like near the end, but it was so powerful where I kind of got, you know, it almost got me a little bit. That scene got me, and I'm like, okay, that's the highlight of the movie. But everything else was either average or not really believable. So did I have a good experience watching this? Not really. There were a lot of cliche moments, a lot of moments that were a little far-fetched and not realistic. I think another thing that's missing from this movie that really kind of took me out of it is there's no hope for any of these characters. Like if you go back and watch, like say, A Menace to Society, Boys in the Hood, New Jack City, like some of those old films, as hard as those movies were, as gangster those movies were, there was still a ray of hope for some of those characters because you just had a situation where, you know, there was a character that either wanted to get out the game or somebody trying to make a difference and stop a character that's trying to do some bad shit. But anyway, there was just always something that it was a positive light. And this film had no positive light. It was all about make as much money as you can. Let's get to the top. But there was never a point where there was any redemption for the character. Like, you know what? Maybe this is wrong. Maybe I shouldn't be doing this. Or something happens to the character where it's like, you know what? I need to get out this shit. There's somewhat of a situation like that, but still, it just, to me, there was just like that missing ingredient, that missing situation where the movie gets grounded and the characters get grounded and you have a reason to root for the character. You, like in Menace, you want to see Kane get out the hood. You rooted for him to get out the hood because he had positive influences. Then he started to think about it and says, you know what, I need to get out this shit. Okay, that's just one example, but there was nothing like that in this film. And to me, I think because there was no light, no positive influences, it just was a negative film, and everything about it was just negative. And it was just like, okay, I thought we've gone beyond this now. So for me, the film felt hopeless. It felt like it was hopeless. There was nobody I could really root for, even Keke Palmer's character, even though she's the main protagonist. But it was hard for me to kind of root for her because she's playing a bad character. And yeah, there's some times where she does have some good intentions, I guess you could say. Like, she is loyal to certain people, even though as a pimp, you're not supposed to be loyal really to nobody. It's all about making that dollar. But she does have a soft spot in her heart for certain people. But still, it wasn't enough for me to say, like, I really want to see this character win, because she doesn't want nothing but to make money, and that's it. There is an antagonist in this film. There's a rival pimp. I don't know the brother's name. I've seen him in some stuff before, but he's a rival pimp to the Keke Palmer character, and I thought he was effective at times. Like, he kind of had that player, you know, that player swag or whatever, you know what I mean? But then he started going over the top and kind of crazy, and I'm like, dude, just from the pimps I've seen now, like, I've seen the Mac and Superfly and Willie Dynamite, you know, even Black Dynamite got more coolness than him, and Black Dynamite's not even a pimp. If I had to give Pimp a grade, I would give it a C-, borderline D. I say that because there were some parts that I did somewhat like, but overall, it was very mediocre. So anyways, y'all, that's my grade, C- for Pimp. What do you guys think about it? Comment below, comment freely. If you like and dig the content, make sure you subscribe. Thanks for watching. As always, this is Rashad G signing out. See you in the next video.